All right, here we are. This is the final Bikes, Beards, and Booze video for Grinds My Gears. October's pretty much over, so I hope you enjoy this one. And if you did enjoy it, be back next year. If you didn't enjoy them, they're gone until next year. Either way, this is Bikes, Beards, and Brews. Let's kick that intro. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Before we kick this one off, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification. New videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. Till it gets too cold, then we'll go down to 2. You've been warned. So let's get the other stuff out of the way. Want to save 15% on a Cardo communicator? Check my referral link down below. You want to support me in all my do-gooderness like these guys here? Boom! Then you should check my coffee page down below. Are you asking why should I be giving you money? Funny thing, there's a link below explaining that as well. So you should definitely check that out too. So let's jump into today's topic, and that is why Terrifier 2 grinds my gears. And honestly, it's not really so much the movie, but we'll get back to that in a bit. I'm gonna do a little bit of spoilers here, so spoiler alert. Honestly, there's not too much to spoil here. It's just awesome. But here's the thing. Terrifier 1 came out. It was an independent film. It was independently funded. The writer-director, made this movie. I had a hard time getting through this movie, I'm not gonna lie, just because it was so low budget. I mean, it basically looked like some dude in an iPhone filmed this with a couple friends and, stuff that they picked up at Spirit Halloween and kind of manipulated. Whatever. Part 2 picks up from part 1. You don't really need to know much from part 1 except that the lead antagonist, Art the Clown, gets killed at the end. He gets shot through the eye, brains out the back of the skull, whatever. Pretty awesome. But he's resurrected in this right in the beginning. First 8 minutes of this movie are just insane. If you watch this movie, if the first 8 to 10 minutes doesn't get you going, I gotta see what happens next. Just shut the movie off, because that is the movie. That everything past that is right on par with that. So nonetheless, Art's back. It's pretty crazy. It is bloody, gory, violent, absolutely batshit crazy. Honestly, I have no idea what's going on in this movie. And I know I just trashed Halloween Ends for this because that movie and that trilogy makes zero sense. But the thing is, with this one, it is so entertaining at the same time, and it is such a throwback to those old 80s horror movies where it was just gore upon gore upon gore, even the 70s, exploitive, sort of horror movies. It's right on par with that stuff. And it's so entertaining that I don't care that the story just sucks. So we're good. We are good. The guy playing Art the Clown, I mean, he nails it. That is a future horror icon right there. I mean, he has definitely planted the seeds. 10 years from now, you're gonna look back and you go, that dude, yeah, he's right up there. And that's fantastic because we haven't had many new horror icons in the last decade. I mean, the last really big horror icons that came out were Chucky, Ghostface. Everything past that has been pretty disposable. So yeah, I said it, disposable, don't care. Argue with me, fight me, whatever. So yeah, here's the thing that grinds my gears about Terrifier 2. It's not necessarily the movie, because the movie itself is doing fantastic. Part 2, they crowdfunded. The writer-director crowdfunded this, and I want to say he got about $2 million to make this film. And he actually got his film into theaters, which is awesome. It is an independent film that is getting wide release in theaters, and that is so cool. And it has gone beyond making back its budget. So you will see a Terrifier 3, and it's probably going to be much better looking. Honestly, the biggest change I would love to see for this film is shooting on 35 millimeter or something. The thing is, the digital print is just too clean for what you're showing. You need that sort of throwback. Nonetheless, The thing that grinds my gears are all the people that, you know, you're seeing in like news reports now that are like getting sick, leaving the theater, passing out. Who passes out in a horror movie? You guys are dumb. Like, you guys are the ones that grind my gears. Because seriously, you are the people that like ruin horror movies. You're the people that are like, why can't I get a trigger warning before the horror movie? It's a horror movie. You don't need a trigger warning. You know what's going to happen? People are going to get killed. Like, deal with it. And then like, it's like all the other stuff like, oh, people are vomiting, people are leaving the theater, people are this and that. I'm sorry, did you go from like reruns, like old reruns of Are You Afraid of the Dark straight into Terrifier 2? Like, what the hell are you doing? Where have you been? It is a horror movie, it is a slasher movie. What did you think you were getting out of this? Like, did you spend the last like 10 years just watching these PG-13 jump scares? CGI laden like horror movies, and you're like, this is what horror is all about. And then you watch this and you're like, why are they ripping the intestines out of that man and wearing them like a scarf? Like, this is old school throwback horror. This is the way horror should look. It is not drowned in CGI where you're sitting there watching and you're like, yep, that's fake. Granted, practical effects can look fake, and some of them in here do look fake, but the fact that they are real, it is real substance on the screen, your brain is able to just go, you know what, I'm pushing past that, and holy shit, this is just gross out awesome. Like, seriously, the stuff in this movie is just fantastic. The callbacks to the old school sort of stuff, like just bags of like weapons that are used, the ways to dispatch people. Like, it's not just some dude walking up with a knife going, you're dead. Like, this dude, Art the Clown, he gets creative. And at the same time, again, story makes no sense. I can't figure out what the hell like Art the Clown is, like what they're going for with this guy. At some points in time, he's a cannibal. At other points in time, he's just killing people because they are there and that's it. At other points in time, he's decided he's not killing anyone. He's just, you know, he's going to torment them. And then at other points in time, he is just messing with people. Like, spoiler right here, like skip like 30 seconds if you don't want to know anything about this movie whatsoever. He kills this girl's mother, cuts her head off, then cuts open the skull, takes the brain out, fills it with candy, and then starts answering the woman's door for trick-or-treaters and giving them candy out of this woman's skull. This was awesome. Like, this movie was just fantastic. This is what you want in a horror movie. This is what you want in a slasher movie. I don't want you cutting away and leaving it to my imagination. I don't want you drowning it in like CGI. I don't want every goddamn horror movie I watch to be PG-13 jump scares. I want some good, grisly, violent, just absolutely balls to the wall, batshit insane horror. And that's what's going on here. And seriously, this is why like Art the Clown is like going to be a horror icon in the future. Like, if they put out a third one and he really they keep going, and quite honestly, the actor playing Art the Clown, this dude gets it. This dude absolutely gets it, and he is in it and he enjoys it. Like, you know how like Doug Bradley is to like Pinhead, how like, you know, you look at him and you're like, that is all things Pinhead, and then you use that as the measuring stick for anything else Hellraiser. You know how like you look at like Kane Hodder and like people are like, that's the definition of Jason, and like you use that. The dude playing Art the Clown, he is Art the Clown. I mean, like the dude is completely silent, but like the stuff he does with his facial like responses, reactions, the stuff he does with his eyes, his body movement, this dude nails it. This is one creepy little bastard, and he just crushes it. It is fantastic. And again, let me reassure you, if you've not seen this, the story makes no sense. Zero. Nothing. You will finish this movie going, what the fuck just happened? Whatever. But if you want an old school slasher that is just absolutely insane, that is pretty near perfect when it comes to slasher, like I said, honestly, the writer-director guy, if you're watching this, put it on film next time. Literally. I know it's more expensive nowadays, but put it on film. That would make this so much better, honestly. But yeah, if you want that, this is the movie to see. And all you little like whiny little bitches that are just like, oh my God, it's so gross. Seriously, go back and watch like the stuff that like the rest of the world came up on. Like watch these like 70s horror movies, these 80s horror movies. Watch like I Spit on Your Grave, Last House on the Left, like the original Dawn of the Dead. And so, I mean, like they used to make it look like they're tearing open people and pulling their organs out and all that. The exact same stuff that's going on in Terrifier. There is really no difference from what you're seeing in Terrifier 2 and stuff back in the day. You guys need to stop being a bunch of little pussies and like actually go see a horror movie and expect to see horror. Expect to see blood. Expect to see like stuff that's going to make you cringe and flinch and sit there and go, oh, that is gross. Because that is awesome slasher horror movie right there. I don't need to know a goddamn story about why a house is haunted every single time. I don't need to see like how do we put the soul back to rest so you know we're not haunted anymore and all. I don't know. I just need to see some maniac with a baseball bat with a bunch of blades attached to it smashing people's heads in. Like that's what Terrifier 2 is, and I am so happy that it exists. And I feel like it cleans up a lot of what Terrifier 1 like fell short on, again, budget-wise. But yeah, you guys, seriously, you whiny little bitches that like can't handle a horror movie and are whining and crying. I do want to thank you because of you little shits, other people want to go see this movie now. So you were cranking up the budget, like you were cranking up the profits, you were making it so a part 3 is going to come. Thank you. But the rest of that, you guys suck. Seriously, you suck so hard. You grind my gears, you're on notice, knock it off. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that one. And if you saw Terrifier 2, sound off down below. Let me know what you thought. Seriously, I enjoyed that movie. It's exactly what I wanted. And just a gratuitous slasher horror movie that makes no sense. All right, one more spoiler. Art the Clown has like an imaginary friend, and it looks like it's imaginary. Some people, like nobody could see it at first, then some people could see it and other people couldn't see it. And then at one point in time, they kidnap a kid and they're trying to get that kid's sister to come save them. So the imaginary friend calls the sister and impersonates the kid they just kidnapped, which an imaginary friend cannot do. So I don't, literally no idea what's going on. This movie was written in a drunken high fever dream or something. I don't know, and I'm glad he did it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the whole Bikes, Beards, and Booze. We have one more video Monday, Halloween, and then we're done for the month. So yeah, if you enjoyed this stuff, be back next month, next year. If you didn't enjoy it, you're safe until next year. So yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, share this video with friends, share it with family, share it with that one dork you know that you took to go see Terrifier 2 and you're waiting for him to wake up off the floor because he passed out because he's a little pussy. He loves this stuff, trust me. See you all on the flip side.